What's up, folks? I got some more news of Burkina Faso. So there was a Youth International Day on the 12th of this month, August, and there was I guess you call it a coalition. Anyhow, some young students. You gonna see in the video is a young lady, and she speaks about the commitment to the revolution and to just this organization coming over the Sahel. And I got to tell you, being in Africa, man, so much of the biggest problem is the lack of organization. You understand? And I don't mean nothing need to be made as systematic, but it's an issue where too many all speaking a different language got too much different idea, you know. Um, and you can see it where it's a lot of thought, a lot of questioning, right? Whereas everyone wants change, everyone want to progress, but it's not exactly known. It's still in talks of how we should be progressing, and so we really got some action going on under the guise, right, of some very special people, very special, very great, very commendable. You understand? Anyhow, so there's some things moving, there's some things working, and this sort of gathering, coalition, whatever, it's discussing ways in which we continue to combat so much of the disinformation from foreign abroad, and how to support the community, and inform the community, you know. So it's a beautiful little clip shared by Faso news feed, and I think it's nice for you to check it out. Just look around. Don't the people look just how we look and how your family look? Look how nice they are, you know, presented, you know, and it's beautiful. This is what we've been wanting to see. We've been wanting to have pride, and just ourselves as a collective, you know. I think we excel very well as individuals. No doubt about it. Anywhere, sport, anywhere in the world, intellectual, we top, we number one, you know. But to see ourselves put together in this sort of setting which we've been talking about, had been, and for so long, and to see it today, it's beautiful. So I think you want to look at it, and I got that for you. Check it out, man.
And our ability to withstand adversity in all its forms. This theme, linked to the security context, integrates the dimension of the pact or the future, which aims for a sustainable, equitable, and resilient society in the face of global challenges. By emphasizing collective responsibility or building the Burkina Faso that we want, it is in line with the logic of patriotic commitment. In view of the efforts made, we are convinced that the national momentum driven by His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of FASU, head of state and supported by national and local authorities is the right one for the youth in particular and the Burkinabe people in general. It is on this basis that we are sending him this message. From the provincial conferences to the regional consultations, we have observed that 6 presidential initiatives are being implemented for the benefit of the people. Various administrative and institutional reforms are being carried out by our leaders. A profound paradigm shift in the socio-cultural plan is underway following the proclamation of the Progressive and Popular Revolution by you. Considering that young people are an asset in all segments of the people's revolution, aware of the responsibility of young people for the reconquest of the national territory and for sustainable development, we, young people, commit ourselves to promoting the sovereignist ideology for the progressive and popular revolution, through citizen monitoring, the awakening of consciences, the fight against imperialism. We will support by all means the defense and security forces, volunteers for the defense of the homeland and their families, as well as internally displaced persons. We will also conduct awareness campaigns against disinformation and hate messages in our neighborhoods, schools, roundabouts, and on social networks. With a view to consolidating the Confederation of Sahel states and African integration, we undertake to raise awareness among the populations of unity and cohesion within our confederal space, through the creation of cooperative societies and the involvement of youth associations, to implement inter-community projects, to counter violent extremism through awareness raising, debates, acts of patriotism and integrity. To promote cultural intermingling for social cohesion between the peoples of this common space. We also promote local production and the processing of our products to strengthen our entrepreneurial actions and the regional economy. With a view to promoting creativity and innovation, we undertake to unite as a supportive group to actively contribute to actions of public interest. We must clean up our living environments by cleaning out gutters, beautify our cities by making parves, protect our environment through reforestation campaigns, and save lives by donating blood. Promote the comprehensive development of youth by creating reading clubs in each province to train young people in public speaking and by organizing mass sports. Initiate and promote forestry activities in order to contribute sustainably to achieving food sovereignty. Comrades, President, to assure you that these commitments are not just simple vocabulary assimilated and relayed to please anyone, we invite you to meet at the 2026 edition of International Youth Day for a review. In the meantime, we would like to assure you that the President of the National Youth Conference marks a decisive turning point, not only in the national mobilization of young people around the picture in the progressive and popular revolution, but also in the institutional and strategic development of the ministry in charge of youth, the present and future of the nation. Comrades, Presidents, we also want to take this opportunity to ask you for substantial support in setting up a festival of representative youth organizations. A genuine instrument of the state at the service of the nation's development that responds to the vision and dynamics underway. To do this, the National Youth Council must undergo a profound reform. On this, we are resolutely committed to carrying out our progressive and popular revolution. RPP, by not leaving any young Burkinabe behind, reminds us that you, the people of Europe, are not mere spectators of the events that our country is experiencing, but are major players in the recovery and construction of our common future.
Vous êtes des spectateurs des événements que vit notre pays, mais bien des acteurs majeurs du développement et de la construction de notre avenir commun.
Youth are the pillar of any dynamic of progress. They carry within them the promise of a better future, but also the responsibility of building it. It is up to you to fully assume your place, to resolutely engage in all the initiatives that catalyze the development of our country in order to ensure a prosperous, just and sustainable future for our people. It is imperative that you carry high the torch of commitment, discipline, order, and responsibility. The youth of Burkinabe must stand as a united force ready to meet all challenges in a spirit of fraternity, cohesion, and patriotism. Our country is going through a crucial period in its history. Faced with security threats, social, economic, and geopolitical challenges, your patriotic commitment, your unity, your resilience, and your active participation are more necessary than ever. Through your thoughts, your proposals, and your creativity, you have proven today that you are aware of your responsibilities. I am sure that you are ready to meet all challenges. The concreteness of our territorial integrity and the affirmation of our sovereignty are not only the business of the defense and security forces and volunteers for the defense of the country. It is also your fight, our fight for all. Education, training, entrepreneurship, innovation, volunteering, and civic participation. The transformation of our society rests in your hands. You have the strength, you have the audacity, you have the creativity. From now on, transform its strengths into concrete action every day. Dear young people, the roadmap resulting from your work, your ideas, your commitments, and your proposals that I have just received from your spokesperson and the Minister of Youth will be transmitted to the comrades, President and Captain of the Trail. I would also like to welcome the approach of the co-organization of this day by the Ministry of Sports, Youth and Employment, the coordination of the United Nations system and these various agencies. Together, let us keep faith in the future. Burkina Faso will be reborn stronger thanks to its youth. A responsible and committed youth. I invite you to return to your localities, your organizations, your circles of influence, carrying this message of responsibility, commitment, and patriotism. On these words, I invite you to meet at the 26th edition of the International Youth Day, which I hope will be held in another city in our country.